Hi, this is Far from Scrappy Mania, and in this video I'm going to show you how I'm going to create my boxes. This year I'm going to use the Martha Stewart pillow box, and I got this last year at Michael's. I really like how you have 3 different sizes. You have a small, a medium, and a large. I am going to use the medium for this project. I have some holiday cardstock that I purchased last year, and I'm going to use this to create my boxes. And because this has been stored in my garage, I really don't want this to touch the food. What I always do is I have some cellophane right here, and I'm going to wrap the cookies in there, and then once I wrap them in cellophane, I put them inside my pillow boxes or in my whatever box I have. I'm also going to be using this Fisker Christmas stamp. I always use this Christmas stamp. There's one that says Christmas cookie, which is my favorite. I always like this one for when I make these cookies. I'm going to put it on this rock block. And let me put these aside. And then one thing that I like using, so let me go ahead and bring my pad over. One thing that I like using is these laser labels. They're very easy, quick and easy. You just stamp your greetings there, or whatever you want to put on here, and then that we're just gonna. It already has the adhesive, so it's easy to put on our box. Okay. So I got some Ranger Archival ink. I'm gonna go ahead and start stamping. And then you rock, and there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that. If you don't have a MISTI or a stamping tool, I recommend this rock block because it really helps give a good impression. And you just rock it back and forth. You just got to be careful you don't put any ink on these sides here, because otherwise that transfers onto your paper. But just put an ink around the edges here, it doesn't transfer over. I'm going to go ahead and do another sheet, and I shall be back. Now I have this roller stamp, and I'm going to go ahead and put from Elvira. And you got to be careful with this stamp not to rock it too much. See, it says holiday Christmas cookies from Elvira. Just got to make sure I put it in the right space. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. And now we're ready to create our boxes. I'm going to make the second box, which is the medium. I'm going to put my blade on number 2 and that notch, number 2. I'm going to position my tools so the edge, the left edge, is on the edge of my paper. Going to make sure I'm going to addition, so that way I make sure I have enough space. I can go up a little more. And I'm going to addition to make sure that the blade will cut. Okay, and then make sure it cuts in the bottom. It's not going to be off. So it's going to cut within the paper. I'm going to take my stylus, and then I'm going to run it on top. Make sure I run it a couple of times there to really make a good indentation. Then I'm going to run it down the side of my tool. Run it on the edge here. Okay. Now the first pass is just going to cut the top. So I'm going to cut the top and stop right there at the edge on the corner. I'm going to lift it, bring it to the bottom corner, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut. And make sure I get all the way to the edge. Okay, now I'm going to bring my tool over. So now this side, the left side of my tool, is going to go right against that score line that I made on the right side of my tool. You're going to make sure that the top edge is on the top, bottom edge is on the bottom of that score line. Take your scoring tool. Again, you're going to do the same thing. Sure you really do a good job in embossing or scoring your paper. It moved a little bit, so you gotta be careful with moving. Now I'm gonna put my tool right on the corner, the top corner, left corner. I'm gonna bring it all the way around, bring it all the way around, and stop on the lower left corner. Okay. That removed my tool. Save these papers. You can use them for scraps. You can use them for your cards. Okay. And then you can start, and see what I didn't do in the last one is you want to start bending that a little bit, just so that way you can start it. And just bend it a little bit while it's flat. Do the same thing here. I'm going to bend it. And you got to use good cardstock for this, because if you use the cheap cardstock, your paper will crack. So I try to use good cardstock for this. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to take some tape. Put a good amount on there so it doesn't open up on me. Okay. Bring this over. Put a sticker. And now, oh, before we close it, we're going to go ahead and create our semicircle, so that way it's easy to grab a hold of the flap. And now, see how easy that is. And there's my box. Makes it a lot easier if you score this ahead of time. See how beautiful that box is. So I'm waiting for my cookies to cool, and then I'm going to show you how I wrap them and put them in here. About 5 cookies what fits in here. So we're going to take 5 cookies and we're going to put them in a row like so. Then we're going to roll them up like a burrito. Okay, then we're going to take the box. We're going to close one side and then open the next side and just slide the cookies in. Stand it up and whoops. We may need to put some something here. I may have to put a little ribbon to keep it closed, but basically there you have it. So there's my little cookie boxes. So okay, I had to come back because they were opening up a little bit. Some of the cookies are a little fat, so you're going to take some ribbon or some yarn. Actually, I'm taking yarn, not ribbon. Wrap it around. Let's go ahead and cut it. And just make a bowl. And then there's your little package. So I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.